Hey everybody, Sean here, and welcome to Revealing Truth. Today I want to address a statement made in regards to all that's happening with the leaders in Bethel right now. And that's the hope that Bethel can be reformed. But is this possible? Well, let's just think about this logically. Bill Johnson became pastor of Bethel in 1996, and it was connected to the Assemblies of God. But in 2005, they broke away from them and became an independent church with some more focus on signs and wonders. This, of course, was after he'd already established the Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry in 1998. You know, that school that you have to prophesy falsely 3 times before you can graduate. So this independent church was founded with the wrong focus from the start. The focus was on the supernatural and the experience that go along with it. And since then, they've partnered and worked with many of the false teachers that came out of the Toronto airport movement, like Heidi Baker and Patricia King. And later, people like Chris Valaton and Sean Bowles joined. But the fact is that this school's foundation was rotten from the start and has gotten worse over the years. How can we forget the blasphemous display of nonsense using the staff of Gandalf? They actually told people that they were instructing that they could reverse their aging and they could look 40 years younger. An outright lie. Their leaders say to just make up prophecy. And Bill's daughter Jen shared her blasphemy about angels having farting contests around God's throne. Not to mention, she said that the Holy Spirit was like the genie from Aladdin. They actually sold a declaration clicker to increase your faith. Gee, that doesn't sound like a scam at all. And of course, how can we forget all the money they make with schools of apostles and prophets, just like they did in the Bible? They promote the Passion mistranslation written by one person, Brian Simmons, who said Jesus appeared and took him to heaven and told him to write a new Bible. And these people believe it. Then we've got Jenna Winston, a lady that was in an institution and said Jesus climbed into bed with her and was playing with her hair. So Bethel hired her as a pastor. Not to mention working with false apostles like Ian Carroll that does grave soaking on St. Patrick's grave. And how about Bethel's occult association with things like prophetic Uno cards, the Bethel Enneagram, or the Tarot-like Destiny cards? And we could go on and on about this, but can Bethel really be reformed? The only way I could see this happening is if they got rid of all those leaders and started fresh with some solid pastors. But then, all the congregation wouldn't be getting all the weird so-called signs and wonders they were used to and would probably look for another church. But if they could start from scratch with new leaders and new church members, then there's hope. But other than that, the Bethel name worldwide and all the people that are involved is just way too big of a movement to actually reform unless everything, everywhere, started over. That's my thoughts on the matter, but what about you? It's nice to be hopeful, but do you think Bethel can be redeemed? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, take care and God bless.